Last time out in the Academy Chance save, we were beaten by a goal to nil by Newcastle as we barely survived in the Champions League phase with 10 points. We're through to the round of 24 and we're hoping to do well, even if we're going to get a difficult opponent regardless of what we do. The first team we took on was Wolf and we can only draw 0-0, meaning that they've gone unbeaten against us this season. The only side that will do so this year, which is quite frustrating if I'm honest with you. I thought we could beat them, but apparently not. So, something to work towards next year, I suppose. We then took on Bayern Munich in the Champions League and drew 0-0, but looked quite good for a win. Yeah, this was weird. So, we took on Bayern Munich. We actually had a goal ruled out before they had a goal ruled out. And we looked good in this match. Like, yes, they had some good chances, but they weren't amazing chances. And while we had a load of chances ourselves, they also weren't amazing chances either. And we almost got a win here against Bayern Munich. And we could have gone to their ground with a victory. And this is the kind of result that gives me hope for the future that we can beat the best of the best. Still, we took a Lech Poznan in the next match and beat them by goal to nil despite the fact that Mariusz Jasinski got sent off inside the first half. So, another reason to be excited. This would not have been a thing last year or a couple of years ago, and suddenly we felt invincible in the league and it's wonderful. I just need this to continue, really. So, remember when I said about how the first leg looked really good? Yeah, so this was looking good, like a 1-0 victory. Then I might have made a tactical mistake and tried to be a bit more aggressive. I didn't see the 3 goals coming, but yeah, that's a thing. Also, Novak saved 2 penalties in this match, so I guess you could say he was really good in this match, and it could have potentially been 5-0. I say 5 because the last goal they scored was actually a penalty that was saved initially, but then scored on the rebound, so yeah, I don't think we could have done much about that, unfortunately, but Bayern Munich, really good. And a team we need to aim for if we are to win the Champions League, I think. We need to become Bayern Munich, effectively. We then took a Brookbet City next and we beat them 2-0. So, yes, it was a bit quiet in the first sub, but once we got the opening goal, and it was a very lovely opening goal, we were great. The fact that it took one of our substitutes to come on to get 2 assists and to pretty much open the game up for us was great. And also bad at the same time, but he was really good. 2 assists from the bench, and I like him. I think he's going to be an amazing player for us in the future. He's only 18, and if he can unlock the door like this, then we've got a lot of hope for the future. Podbeskidzie was the next opponent we had, and we beat them by 3 goals to 0. We scored early on, then didn't score until later on again, and when we did, they were very tired and easy for the picking. We did to them what Bayern Munich did to us effectively. So that's the gap in quality between us and this team, and the gap in quality between us and Bayern Munich. So yeah, we're kind of the bullies in this league at this point. Then we took on Jagiellonia's second team in the quarter-final of the Puchar Polski, which means we have just 2 games to go to complete the League, Cup and Super Cup treble for the first time. And I want to say this was comfortable. It was comfortable, though perhaps we shouldn't have let it get to only be 2-0, maybe? I don't know. It's just a me thing. Maybe. I did also put a strong squad out for this game, so if they did score, it would have been a miracle. We then took on Wisla Krakow in the next match and beat them 2-0. So, a goal from a corner, then a goal from a substitute late on, did the damage, did what we needed to do. They actually had a really good chance just before half-time finish, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was, so that's a thing. We still won 2-0. It was comfortable. We then beat Redon in the last game before we met up. They scored their only shot on target and ended a run of not conceding in competitive matches in the league to 9 matches. And I was disappointed. I thought we could keep this going, but no. Random shot, random goal. Very disappointed, and perhaps we need to do better. Oh, it's the only goal I have, honestly, this month, because every other game in the league, we were able to keep a clean sheet, even in domestic competitions. Bayern Munich I'm not counting because it's Bayern Munich, but Still, really good month, and where does this leave us in the league? Well, we're now 16 points clear at the top with 9 games to go. Jagiellonia are the team closest to us. We beat their second team in the cup, so that's a thing. We've just had a youth intake as well, and I think we've got a good situation on hands. I really do. We're in the semi-final of the Paul Hapalski. We've got Broadbent Lucia, and we've got 2 easy opponents. I say easy tentatively because in the other leg, is either the team that's in 14th or 12th in the league. If we don't win the cup this year, I don't know what I could have done differently, but we got to the semi-final. That was the bare minimum, and now I want to win it. And I need to win it every single year now, I feel like. It's gotten to the point now, if we're not winning all the competitions domestically, something's gone wrong, and this has to be the year we complete the treble, surely, right? But today, we have also got a youth intake, and the more I look at this, the more I realize how good this actually could be, because I was thinking about potentially sacking Jose Cruz for this intake. And I still might do, honestly, mostly because of the personalities of the players, but again, it's a 4 I've got. Matejowski is the first player we've got. He's a striker, apparently, and he's a promising striker. I can see what they're talking about, though I don't think he's the kind of striker I want. I also could see him as Mazzala, so he's got decent attributes, to be fair. He's just probably not good enough right now, and we need his personality to change, but he's promising, so I'll give him that. Sigotsi is the next person. He is a promising goalkeeper, fairly determined, so he's good at rushing out, he's good at punching the ball, and his reflex is okay, and his handling is good. I don't know what this means, like sweeping off the ball. Is it the rushing out tendency? It must be that. Yes, okay, so he's really good at rushing out. That's a good thing that he's got in his back pocket, so good player in that regards. Determined, level-headed. I think this guy could be the one that gets the furthest, honestly, and that's just me. Hubert Bialik is the next person, and defender who's 6'2", outspoken. Don't like him already. The outspoken part is annoying. I feel like he's going to be a problem when I criticize his training. He also tries to play his way out of trouble. He's 6 foot. Could play further forward, though. Yeah, this guy could be a problem, I feel. And I don't know why. Shavolsky is the next person. Another goalkeeper. This time he's unambitious, though, and inconsistent. He is unflappable, so there's that, I suppose, but I wish he had more ambition because that's going to let him down long term, I think. Michał Miaskowski is the next person. He's driven, so he's got that in his back pocket. He's also a midfielder who could play as a centre-back and an attacking midfielder, but not a DM. Don't ask me why that's the case either, but yeah, I think he's wasted a lot of his ability potentially on his positions, and that's a shame. Pavel Janicki is the last person we're going to talk about. He is a right wing back who could play as a winger and as a fullback. So he's got the attributes for it, which is the annoying part, and he's consistent, but I don't think he's going to get much further than I want him to, and that's a shame because I think he could be really good if he just got better everywhere. I just don't see him getting as good as I hope he will be, and that's a shame. But yeah, these are all the players I want to talk about. I'm not going to even bother talking about the 3-star players because if by some miracle they become good enough, then something amazing happened, but I don't think anyone from this guy downwards is going to be signed at all, and I don't think I need to justify my decision there. They're just not good enough in the potential department. That being said, is it time to replace Jose Cruz? I wonder, because I don't think there's a really good choice out there to replace him, honestly. And I said it's about the fact we got the likes of Novato here. His personality is the reason I'm not signing him. And also, I just feel like we can do better. So, yeah, personality is a big thing for why I'm not signing some of these people. And even though they've got the formation I want, I don't want to sign someone who's got a worse personality than someone we've got right now, despite the fact they are absolutely amazing. And besides, if I was to sign someone, Enzo would be probably high on the list because he's got the same tactical style, the same formation, and he's got the attributes. It's always going to be the personality that will decide majorly who I sign though, and I don't know if this is the guy for me as a result. So it's why we haven't gone for someone like him so far, honestly. That being said though, we did actually have 2 teams left in Europe, and the first of those was Shahuf. They were beaten 2-1 by Trabzonspor. They lost 2-0 the first leg, they won the second leg 1-0, so they actually got a victory, so that's good. And in the round of 16, we did have a team in MacLeod. They were beaten 4-1 by Falkenberg, who I don't know why they're so good. They won the first leg 4-0, then they lost the second leg 1-0. So for some reason, Sweden is producing a really good team in this team, and I don't know why. Surely they're not that good, are they? They're not even that good. How are they losing to this team? I guess Daniel Ars is probably the only person that's actually got any potential ability, but even so, I'm not sure how to feel about this. I guess the JLAB player is actually quite good as well, but even so, shouldn't be losing to this team. I'm thinking more about what my team would do than anything else, I must confess. But still very disappointed with the fact that the teams in my country are losing to a team in Sweden. Even if Sweden are not a terrible country for producing players, it's just really annoying that when we're trying to get the coefficients up, we're seeing our teams losing to the same team, and it's not meant to be a good team either, so that's a thing. That being said, despite that, we actually are only losing 0.4 points in the coefficients this year, so we're going to be sticking around in 13th, but we need to start doing better each year now, and the next 4 years that we're losing will be the 4 years that we can replace comfortably, I think, and I hope we do well with those. I really do. Either way though, I am going to end this here. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys would like and share this video, and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.